What's good, Raider Nation? It's your boy G_Money Raiders, aka Galen, coming to you with another edition of My Take, where I'm going to go over the game, or I'm actually going to go over both games because I didn't do a video the first time on the Raider game against the Denver Broncos because to me, the first game of the season, it is an important game of the season, but when you have back-to-back division games, like the way the Raiders just had, Denver first and Kansas City second, I really wanted to get a good outlook of how this team is really set up. I use that word, how it's set up, and just to see how and where we are just on 2 games. I know we still got 14 more games to go, but this is just solely and purely based on 2 games so far, what you've seen. So you've seen a good Raiders team who was disciplined, who came out ready to go, and was ready to do what they needed to do in the game versus Denver. And you had pass rush in that game. You had great defensive coverage going on in that game. And I understand that we lost our rookie safety, Jonathan Abrams, for the season. In that Denver game. To me, that was the only, bad thing out of everything in that game. Derek Carr looked like Derek Carr 2016 in the Denver game. So, with that being said, I'm looking at the team now after the Kansas City game. Now, I'm not saying that they didn't do well against Kansas City, because actually they really did. It's just that in the second quarter, Kansas City scored 28 points. We only scored 10 points. So I'm not here to really go into in depth about who did what, who went where, who went why. My take now is just what I've seen from the team. So I'm really right now just kind of gauging this season, because they are in their second, term with John Gruden coming into this season and getting everything started. So I will have more of my take on it as the season goes on. I just kind of wanted to do this little video right now to sort of just see where the team is, because during the off season, during the OTAs and mini camps and training camps, everybody was like, oh, this team is this team ain't nothing, we don't want to see. Then you had the whole AB debacle and how Antonio Brown was showing himself. I don't really so much have a comment about Antonio Brown. I'm not going to give a comment about Antonio Brown. It would have been nice to have had him, yes, but we didn't have him. So I digress and I just move on. I do want to say that I am very, very pleasantly pleased with Jacobs. Josh Jacobs has really, in my book, pleased me as a Raider fan, as a person who likes the running back position, because I believe, even though they try to say the running back is anybody can get picked up and, come in and be the running back, but I still say you still need a good running back that has vision, that can block, that can take on. And I still feel like the art of the running game is still needed in the NFL. So, with that being said, we saw a good Raider team in Game 1, and we saw a not-so-good Raider team in Game 2. And I'm saying they're not a not-so-good game in Game 2 is because they, the defense in the Kansas City game was hanging in there the first 2 quarters. What I didn't like was how Andy Reid made an adjustment in the midst of the game, because he knew or knows how Paul Gunther likes to do a certain thing. So the minute that Paul Gunther showed his two linebackers coming into the A gap and showed that, he motioned the running back. Now, what angers me is they didn't have a contingency plan for that, just in case he decides to run motion out of that. Now, if you're Paul Gunther and you know you run this defense, you should automatically know, I mean, motion is a thing in the NFL that's been going on for so long. So if you know somebody's going to motion the running back to a certain way, then that person who is on that particular player has to know, okay, I have to be ready for anything. And I mean, they had Andy Reid and those guys use every aspect. They used the 50 yards from side to side and the whole 199, should I say, because, you know, once you cross the goal line, that's the 100th yard. They used every aspect of it. And what angered me so bad was that's why I didn't like the fact that Jonathan Abram got hurt, because we didn't really put anybody back there in his place who could really do damage. They were getting beat deep many a times. Lord have mercy, I'm sorry. Our safeties were just getting toe up left and right. Period. Joseph was, you know, peeking in the background and allowed a receiver to run straight down the middle of the field. Another receiver came by, and literally when Andy motioned, because he saw that what's the name, were doing the A gap blitz with the linebackers, he motioned the running back, which then turned around, let the wide receiver run straight down the field. Then you turn around and you have, out of all people, to be covering Kelsey right before halftime. How you going to have Joseph covering? How you going to have Joseph? How you going to have Carl Joseph covering Kelsey? That right there was like, to me, I'm more mad at Paul Gunther than anything else, because you didn't have your guys to be ready for certain things that Andy Reid likes to do. You've been playing Andy Reid now. This is Paul Gunther's second season with him, and you know you can go and look at all types of film on Andy Reid and know the kind of intricacy things that he likes to do. So to me, you need to be looking at things he did in Philly and things that he's doing here in Kansas City to be preparing your defense for certain things. Now, I'm not going to say you're not going to get beat deep. Every team gets beat deep. That happens. I'm not complaining about that. What I am complaining was throughout that game, before number 91, I can't think of his name right now, before he got the sack and they start kind of getting to Kelsey, Max Crosby, you know, they were getting to Mahomes. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say Kelsey, but to Mahomes. They was getting close to him, but for some strange reason, we're not getting play from P.J. Hall, Maurice Hurst, you know. You got Corey Legent and everything out there, but I'm trying to understand your defensive tackle situation is like not up to par to me. None whatsoever. And I'm not understanding what's going on in that, you know, in that way, in that position, as far as the adjustments that you need to make. Because don't get me wrong, that second quarter was just an anomaly. 4 touchdowns in the quarter, 4, and 2 of them were off of busted coverages. 2 of them were off busted coverages because Carl Joseph messed up on one, and whoever number 32 was, he just literally was like not watching the receiver come right towards him and run right past him. So right now I'm in the category right now when it comes to them, and now we got to go to Minnesota and go face the Vikings. So this game right here is really going to show me where our Oakland Raiders are as far as you know, are they close to the top tier teams? Are they in that middle of the pack? Or are they, you know, still around the, like, not the bottom, but, you know, in that lower realm area team that still, like, needs to progress? Because I do hear a lot of people say they there, but they still need a couple more years before they actually turn it around. So I just wanted to do this. I'll get more into depth of it. I wanted to give everybody a video. Shout out to everybody that's been like, where you at? You know, when you go do a video? You know, it's been a minute since we seen you. Like I said, just been busy. Life changes, things going on. But I'll be doing the videos again, all right? So, peace out, Raider Nation. It's your boy G_Money Raiders, a.k.a. Gaming, signing out. Wishing y'all the best. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button on there. And hit that bell button as well, so you know when I am going to come out with more videos, all right? Peace out, everybody.